Hello, and welcome to another version of Focus Poetry with Ms. Chavez. Today, the poem we're looking at is called Butterfly Wings. It is by Eileen Fisher. And I chose this poem because I think it's a really fun one. And we let butterflies go in science class last week. And it was really cool to watch the butterflies grow from their chrysalis and hatch and be released. It was a very fun experience that you need to tell your parents about. So let's go ahead with the poem, Butterfly Wings by Eileen Fisher. Okay, if I look at this, I know that my title is Butterfly Wings. My poet is Eileen Fisher, and I have 4 stanzas. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I can't really do my trick about my shortcut about numbering the stanzas because one of our stanzas only has 1 line. So we've got to label them all. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So we have 13 lines. Okay, let's look at our poem. Butterfly Wings by Eileen Fisher. How would it be on a day in June to open your eyes in a dark cocoon and soften one end and crawl outside to find you had wings to open wide and find you could fly to a bush or a tree or float on the air like a boat at sea? How would it be? I wonder how you would feel if you got to float on the air. Be kind of fun. Okay, so let's look at stanza 1. How would it be on a day in June to open your eyes in a dark cocoon? Okay, what month is it? You're right, it is June. Where is this thing that we don't know yet? In a dark cocoon. And I want to talk to you about that for just a minute. I kind of have a little bit of a problem with the word cocoon, but I understand what they did because a butterfly does not come out of a cocoon. A butterfly comes out of a chrysalis. A moth comes out of a cocoon. A butterfly comes out of a chrysalis. But I'm going to show you why the poet used cocoon instead of chrysalis. A lot of people don't really know that a cocoon is a moth and a chrysalis is a butterfly. But we're going to find out a little bit more about that. So I put it in a different color so I would remember to go back to that and we'll talk about it. Okay. And soften one end and crawl outside and find you had wings to open wide. What happened? You're right, they went through metamorphosis. So they went through metamorphosis. Okay, because they changed from a little kind of pupa thing, they changed into a beautiful butterfly, and it takes a long time to be able to do that. Next stanza. And find you could fly to a bush or a tree or float on the air like a boat at sea. So I see right here, like a boat at sea, that's a simile. We've talked about similes and metaphors. But right here is a simile because it starts with like, and it's comparing you to a boat on the sea. But so the main thing is they could float or fly. So would you like to fly or float on the air? And the last one is how would it be? So I'm just going to put be the question mark. All right. Before I explain a little bit more about this, I want to show you looking at our rhyming words, and I think you'll understand why the poet Eileen Fisher did this. Okay. So if I look at my rhyming words, bee and June, no. Bee and eyes, no. June and cocoon, those do rhyme. Ah, you see why. To make June rhyme, June doesn't rhyme with chrysalis, but June rhymes with cocoon. June, cocoon, they rhyme. And I think that's the reason that she put cocoon instead of chrysalis. But the correct term for a butterfly coming out is a chrysalis. They create their own chrysalis and come out of it, and a moth comes out of a cocoon. So I think that's why, but I'm not 100% sure because butterflies do come out of a chrysalis. Okay. In, outside. No. In, wings. No. Outside and wide. Yes. So if I'm looking at it, it's got a pattern with the second line and the fourth line. The second line and fourth line. I wonder if stanza 3 is going to be the same. Fly and tree. No. Tree and air. Fly in air. No. Tree and sea. Yes, they do. They do rhyme. And then B, if I wanted tree, sea, and bee, all right. So looking at those, got a lot of things going on. Let's read it one more time, and this time I want you to read it with me. Are you ready? Butterfly Wings by Aline Fisher. How would it be on a day in June to open your eyes in a dark cocoon and soften one end and crawl outside to find you had wings to open wide and find you could fly to a bush or a tree or float on the air like a boat at sea. Very fun poem. Very timely because it goes with our science lessons that you've had, and I really hope that you got to see those butterflies turn into, or the chrysalis turn into butterflies. So I will see you next time on Focus Poetry. Thank you for joining me. Bye.